The third skill that you need to practice in your LEGO Serious Play session is the skill of storytelling. And for that purpose, let's use again the same tower that you just built and used for building different kind of metaphors. So what you need to probably do is take some time and look at your creation carefully. So what kind of elements can you see? So what is the color? What are the shapes? How tall it is? What kind of things did you put where? And try to come up with a story that tells you something about this tower in such a way that is interesting to you and is interesting and important also to the other people who are around you listening to your story. So let me just give you an example. You can focus on your idea based on my example. So this is a tall tower, what I've built to represent my ideas on moving ahead with this LEGO Serious Play training program. When I first started conceiving this video training program, I was thinking about a very solid base, which comes here with a black base plate. And some very stable colors here also represent that it needs to be based on solid thinking from my side on what kind of ideas do I put in together to this video training program. Then I collaborated with different people, engaging some designers, some developers to this development program, trying to collaborate with people who come from education field to come up with a kind of video training which is helpful, useful, and easy to access for everybody. And even though at this stage there are some blanks, so these are represented by these holes, in my thinking, I think that the video training in the long run is going to be really useful, and the usefulness is represented by this flower. I think that it will help different people to see much further away, much wider, using LEGO Serious Play methodology. It is also giving them some sharp ideas on how to shape their thinking, and it will also give them a useful tool that they can use for their own benefit in the maximum possible way. So these eyes here in between represent the online communities for LEGO Serious Play, such as Serious Play Pro, who are essentially helping hands for everybody who is interested in LEGO Serious Play methodology and who can give you assistance during your journey when you are becoming a LEGO Serious Play user yourself. So that's essentially the story of this tower, which represents my idea of the LEGO Serious Play training program that you are being part of. So, over to you. What I kindly ask you to do is practice a couple of times your story to yourself, and then maybe you can do the same kind of thing. Take a video and capture yourself telling a story of your tower and see what kind of story it can be. If it's more comfortable, then maybe you can also type it and create a short story. It doesn't have to be as long as my story, and send it to me as well. Thank you, and stay tuned for the next exercise.